So I wanted to talk to you guys about something that a few people were mentioning on my Instagram, and I know I get a lot of people that ask me how I deal with so much hate. I feel like I'm one of the people in the internet that gets the most hate, and I don't know why, because it's not like I'm doing anything bad, you know what I mean? And I don't really understand why, because the reason I'm talking about it today is because I went to the Grammys and I had so much negativity on my Instagram page from the dress that I wore, which, by the way, I loved. I can't wait to wear it again. I think it's the perfect dress for the occasion, but I wanted to talk about it, not like defending myself or anything, because that's not the kind of conversation that I want to have, but I want to have this conversation with you as more as like how I deal with the negativity and how it affects me, if it does, or, you know, just the things that I go through just being dealt, or just dealing with stuff like that. Because I know a lot of you might also have experienced people who always doubt you, or they put you down, or they just try to make you feel bad. And the funny thing to me is that a lot of the hate that I get is from girls, which I can't comprehend how another woman would try to put another woman down, because I don't do that, and I don't understand how other women can just try to belittle other women when they're doing nothing bad. But as far as, like, you know, I've been doing YouTube for a really long time, and I got hate since the very beginning of my YouTube channel, 2008, so a really long time ago. And at first I didn't know how to deal with it, because when somebody says something to you, how do you react to that? You know, nobody in the real world outside, nobody comes up to you and tells you exactly how they feel. How I learned to deal with it is like, you can't control what other people do, you know, you can only control what you do. So if you have people in your life that are always trying to put you down, or they're trying to make you feel bad, if you go to high school, because I know I had a lot of insecurities when I was in high school, and I didn't really know how to deal with them. Something that my dad taught me. He said, no matter how bad people may be treating you, no matter if you're scared of somebody else, because I never really got bullied in high school, but I did have a few circumstances where I was probably going to get in a fight, and I went to school kind of scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, are they going to like jump me? Are they going to say something? And being 4 feet 9 inches tall since 7th, 8th grade, I swear I've been like the same height since I was like 7th or 8th grade. And being that little, you have other people that are a lot taller than you that try to belittle you, you know? So my dad taught me that you have to walk with your head held high, and that's something that I've always done. And in high school, I remember I never walked around like this. Even if I was scared, I never walked around with my head down, because that's kind of like, that's a sign of insecurity, and it's a sign that you're scared, and people can even pick at you even more if you show them that you're scared. So even if you are scared, my advice is to just walk with your head held high and defend yourself. If somebody says something to you, you should definitely say something back. I don't condone violence at all, because I think violence is such a negative thing, and you should never hit another person, or you should never say negative things to another person, because it just brings more negativity into your life. You want to show love and express love, and there's always the right way to do it, you know? And yeah, that's the way that I dealt with it in high school. You know, I always had my head held high, and if somebody did say something to me, I did stand up for myself, which is why I think I never really got bullied. People did try to bully me, but I never let them. You have to realize how much you're worth it, and how valuable you are, and how much you have to offer to this world, and how special and talented and beautiful you have. Even if you think you don't have a talent, trust me, you have hidden talents. You just have to try a lot of things to discover them. Sorry, I think I'm going all over the place, but what I'm getting at is that also my self-confidence, when it started to grow inside of me, it's when I saw myself and I started to love myself, because the way that I figured that out is by looking at myself as a little girl and just picturing who I am now as a 26-year-old, and seeing myself as a young teen, or, you know, like a 12, 13-year-old girl, and just seeing like all the insecurities and issues that I had. If if I had myself outside, if I had that little girl that's inside of me, if I had her outside, I would be her best friend and I would love her so much. And I do love myself, and I feel like that little girl is still inside of me. As much as I love Isaac is how much I love that little girl inside of me. So when people try to take advantage of me, I just look at myself like they're trying to take advantage of that little girl, and I would not, like, I don't stand for that. Like, I would never let anybody else treat me the wrong way. When you really start to love yourself and you don't let anybody belittle you or talk to you, the world is just a much better place, and you're going to feel so much better about yourself. Because I know sometimes that from experience, when somebody does talk to you in a way that they shouldn't, and you let them and you don't say anything, you beat yourself up later. I should have said this, or I should have said that, or you start to feel bad, and it starts to kind of eat you alive because you're like, how can they treat me like that? How could I not stand up for myself? It might feel a little uncomfortable, but it's really important that you do stand up for yourself, because nobody else is going to do what you can do for yourself, you know? And that just goes back to my Instagram page. I get so much hate, guys, all the time. You can go to every freaking picture on my Instagram, my Twitter, Facebook. If I post a picture of food, there's going to be drama. And I do read the comments, not all of them, but I do read comments because people that do follow me on Instagram, and obviously I want to know what you guys are saying. And I do happen to come across those negative ones, but I just want to talk and like specifically about that picture, and I don't want to be like blowing it up or anything like that, but I felt really disappointed in the way that some women treat other women, and other women meaning me. And I'm sure if they treat me like that, they treat a lot of other people like that, you know? And I know that sometimes when you say bad things to people online, I take it as that person having an insecurity. It's not constructive criticism. If you read the comments on my page, these girls or women, they were trying to tear me down over clothes, over an outfit. You know, it's not like I was killing an animal or something. You know, if I was killing an animal, then that kind of hate I would expect, you know? But over an outfit, I was like, wow. And when I see that, it's like, what they're trying to do is make my day go bad. They didn't want me to enjoy the Grammys in my fabulous dress, because I loved it. And I don't care what anybody said. I loved that dress. I looked fabulous. I got a lot of compliments on it. And at the end of the day, I was the one going to the Grammys. I felt beautiful. And I had the best time of my life. And these people that put that hate online are only going to get more hate, and they're only going to get a lot more negative situations being brought to them in their life. And as my biggest advice to you also is just put out a lot of love and positivity. Even if you have insecurities, we're women, we all have insecurities, but you have to learn how to deal with them, because when you're being mean to other people, when you bully them online, you're only putting up a wall between you and the fabulous things that you want in your life. You know, if you want a fabulous life, the life that you have right now is because of your thoughts. And that's what I believe. I believe in God, and I do believe in the law of attraction. And ever since I started to practice the law of attraction, my life turned around like dramatically. Everything that I have in my life is because I have thought about it, I have envisioned it, I have put out a lot of positive feelings out there, and I give out a lot of love. And that's why I feel God always blesses me with a great family and health and abundance everywhere I go. It's because I don't sit there and judge people. I don't bash them. I don't try to belittle people. I don't do stuff like that, you know? And if you change your life and if you stop doing things like that, trust me, you're going to be a lot happier. Because when people tell me they don't like my outfit, that doesn't affect me whatsoever, because that's like a stranger's opinion. How can you let someone who you don't even know ruin your day? You know what I mean? I was reading these comments on my way to the Grammys, and I could have sat in that car and been like, my dress is so ugly, I shouldn't be at the Grammys, I should probably go home and change, what am I thinking, who do I think I am? you know? But you can't think like that, because then you're gonna just beat yourself up for no reason over what strangers are saying, and most of the time it's because they're jealous, you know? And people that get offended when I say it's because they're jealous are probably the ones that are talking shit on my Instagram page, because that's just the way that I see it. Someone who has constructive criticism and someone who just straight up says that you just go die somewhere over an outfit, that's insecurities, and that's jealousy to me. That's nothing else but insecurities. So if you are one of those people and you're watching my videos or you follow me on Instagram, I don't know why, if you don't like me, just try being nice for a whole month. Just try being nice. Stay away from social media. If you have a tendency to just be mean to people, stay away from it. Just give it a month and just see how your life is going to change around. Give it a month. Put out positive vibes. Be happy. Do things that love you. Even if things are not going the way that you want them, that's because you're being mean, you know? Try being a nice person. Try loving people. Try encouraging other women. It's already hard being a woman in this world as it is. Why do other women have to tear other women down? It's like, that made no sense to me. All those haters on my page are from women. It's like, wow, I was so disappointed. And I feel really happy when I see those strong, encouraging women online, because that's the way that I see. When I see my friends having tremendous success, from the bottom of my heart, it makes me feel so good inside. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to think or how to act or anything. I'm just from my own experiences and what's worked for me and what I've learned, because I do study the law of attraction and I read lots of books on that, and I try to just comprehend how it works and practice it and really just be with it, because that's what's given me everything that I have. This wonderful trip here in Aspen, Colorado, it's because of the law of attraction, because I wanted this. You know, everything that I want, I think about it, I see it in my mind, I believe it, I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm already in Colorado. Boom, next thing I know, I'm already here in Colorado. That's how it works. Because I've been in that place before. I didn't grow up with money. I didn't grow up with people handing everything down to me. I went to high school, and I freaking flunked physical education for 2-3 years. And I had to take it all the way to high school, to my senior year. I had terrible grades. I had straight Fs, 1D. I mean, my GPA was like a 0.0 even in my senior year, guys. So for someone to have those kind of grades and for me to see my life the way that it is now, I can tell you right now that that's because of the law of attraction. The law of attraction is God to me, because I pray to God and I thank Him for all of the blessings. And the law of attraction is just a way of life. It's not like you're praying to somebody else who's not God or somebody else, you know? It's all about just being grateful and putting out love out in the universe and attracting the things you want with that. It's all about just love and gratitude. The two biggest things, love and gratitude. It's so easy to do, you know? So easy to love people and show love and appreciation, and it's so easy also to be grateful. So if you have really great positive thoughts, then you probably have an amazing, happy life. And if you don't, if you're really unhappy, you don't have the career that you want already, you don't have the relationships you want, or whatever the case might be, you should look at the thoughts that you're having first and then see like, oh, maybe it's because I'm being really mean to people online and bashing them and tearing them down. Oh, maybe that's why life is not going the way that it should be. You know, and I hope this video just kind of opens up a little window of, I don't know what, inspiration. And I hope you don't take it the wrong way, because it's not intended for that. My videos are never intended to hurt anybody, and I never try to hurt anybody either, which is why I don't understand why people are so freaking cruel, like beyond the point. Because you can't let anybody else steal your joy. You know, you wake up in the morning and you should decide that you should be happy. That's what I do. I open up my eyes, I'm like, today's going to be an amazing day. I'm going to have amazing opportunities. The great blessings are chasing me down. I'm not going to let anybody ruin my day. And that's the kind of mentality that I have for the whole day. And no matter what anybody says, no matter what happens to me, nothing ruins my day. It's more intimate. Let me close this curtain because I'm getting kind of scared. So I hope that this helps you if you do have anybody in your life that's trying to bring you down. Don't let them. Delete them from your life. People, like, deleting people from your life is the most important thing that you can do, because if somebody's trying to make you feel bad and they're in your personal circle, bye-bye. Like, let them go. You don't need them. And you know what else I also realized is the beautiful thing as you start to age and you start to, you know, just acquire wisdom and just knowledge, and just you start to mature. And the crazy thing is that maturity can also literally happen overnight sometimes. Because I had this, and just recently, and this is when I just discovered it, guys. So this is like me at 26 years old. This is when I discovered this. I always, you know how I've never been the type of girl to have a lot of friends. I have friends, I have people that I know and that I get along with, and I do have people that I absolutely love in my life, you know? But I don't have like intimate relationships, a lot of intimate relationships. And I always wondered, why don't I have that? Like, I always felt like it's something that I had to have. I'm like, as a girl, I should probably be more social. I don't like being social. I mean, I like socializing outside of like work-related stuff, but I really don't like, I mean, honestly, this is just me, guys. I don't like going out. I don't like talking on the phone. I don't like texting to other people. I don't like going out to lunch. I don't like doing any of that, because I'd rather stay at home with Jesse and Isaac. That's what I'd rather do, and that's what makes me happy. And Jesse sometimes like, you need to go out because you're so antisocial. I'm like, it's not that I'm antisocial, I just don't want to hang out with anybody. Like, I almost feel forced when I have to hang out with people because I don't want to do it. And I always wonder, I'm like, why is it that I never want to hang out with people? Like, why do I just rather stay at home? And I always wondered, but I never really put two and two together. But I also never prayed to God for friends. I never, even though I wondered why I don't have that, and I sometimes felt like I had to have friends, I never ever, I can tell you my whole life, I've never prayed to God for friends. I've never prayed. I always wonder why I don't have them, and I'm like, oh, it would be nice if I did. But I never prayed to God for friends. And then I started to realize, why don't I pray for friends? You know, I pray for so many other things. Why don't I pray for friendship? And I realized that you don't need friends. I don't need friends. And it just, as an adult, as a 26-year-old woman who felt like her whole life she had to have a close group of friends, and I always felt like, okay, maybe when I'm older, I'll start to meet new people. Maybe when this happens, I'll meet new people, and I'll become really close, whatever. I even forced it sometimes. I always felt like, okay, maybe we're good friends, we're close friends, but it's really not, you know? And I realized that the reason I never really desired from the bottom of my heart that I had to pray to God for friends, I never desired for that because I have friends already. And those friends are my sisters. And I have 3 of them. And I love hanging out with them. We have an incredible time together. There's no one else. I mean, I hang out with Wendy all the time, and I love just taking her everywhere. Even when my friends invite me to places, I'm like, I'm going to bring Wendy. I just need my sister with me. And that's a special bond because a sister loves you, you know? And I have 3 amazing sisters. And I realized when God blesses you with sisters, that's probably why you don't have friends. Why I don't need friends, I'm sorry. That's probably why I never really needed from the bottom of my heart friends, because I always had that friendship with my sisters, you know? I always felt like sisters and friends had to be kind of separated. Like I had to have friends and then my sisters, but my sisters are my best friends and I love them. And I realized, I'm like, wow, that's why I never asked for friends, because God already blessed me with 3 amazing friends who are my sisters. Isn't that crazy? How you just realize, like, you would think I would have known this back when I was freaking young, you know, 18, whatever, young. Just, you would have thought I would have known that. But I'm like, wow, I think I saw a movie about this guy who was, on Hoarders. I was actually watching Hoarders. This young boy who was probably 12 or 13 years old, he had lots and lots of friends, and he's an only child. But his dilemma was that he couldn't invite his freaking ginormous group of friends to his house, because his house was, you know, hoarders, like hoarded with a bunch of stuff. And it wasn't trash, it was just like a lot of clutter, you know. His mom was saying how, you know, the fact that he's an only child that's the reason why he has so many friends. And it makes sense. If you're an only child, you need that companionship from somebody else, you know. That's probably when people are a little bit more social and they go out a lot more and just mingle and hang out with different people. It's because they probably don't have, you know, they're an only child. That's what I got from that episode, or from that section of Hoards. I'm like, wow, that made me realize a lot of things. I'm like, that makes sense. You know, if you're an only child, you definitely want to hang out with, you want to have that interaction with somebody else your age and friends and stuff like that. And it made me look at myself. I'm like, whoa, well, I have 3 sisters and I don't have any friends. I'm like, does that make, I was just putting like 2 and 2 together. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, this is going to be a long freaking vlog. Sorry. Anyways, this is going to be a long freaking vlog. Oh my gosh, I need to upload this video right now, so this is what I'm going to do. I will talk to you guys later, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you got something out of this video. Leave me your comments in the comment section, because I always love to read your comments. I learned so much from you guys, and you guys have taught me so much, and I love reading the comments, especially here on my vlog channel, because they're a little bit more personal. So thank you again, and I will see you on my next vlog. Bye!